Welcome back to Improvision Entertainment. My name is Hunterman, and this is Stellaris. We are doing the Everyone is Food run because we are playing as a necrophage, but we are about to try and deal with another Leviathan. And I don't actually know if we have the stats to deal with it, but because it's listed as Dreadnought class, and oops, so maybe we're about to lose a fleet, but it's only one fleet, so we'll see what happens. Here we go. The GCU's Strange Sapiens 5 crew have so much weird naming conventions in this race. Have reported the presence of decaying orbital stations in multiple tomb worlds near the... This is not what I'm looking at here. Puntrace system. Whatever interstellar nation once inhabited the Puntrace system appears to have collapsed into ruin long ago. Roich is a junkyard of a planet covered in the irradiated, rusted remains of demolished buildings, infrastructure, and vehicles. No higher forms of life are recognizable. We might gain more insight into this lost civilization by surveying the planets and this neighboring system. Hold on, let's go look and see what this is looking at. Is this the science ship I told to go investigate the wormhole? It is. Weird. Okay, in any event, as I was saying,
competitors engaged.
Automated Dreadnought. A single massive warship, that's this sector actually, has been discovered patrolling the Koval system. No signs of life can be detected on the vessel, but it's emitting a very strong power signature and appears to be bristling weapon system. It does not respond to hails. Caution is advised. Look at the size of that thing. Here it comes. It's a red name, so it is attacking. This bar isn't moving. I think we're winning. Alright. We have managed to disable the automated dreadnought in the Koval system. Despite the punishment it took from the ship, the structural integrity of the warship's massive hull remains largely intact. Our boarding parties found the mummified remains of the dreadnought's alien crew still manning their stations. Before expiring, they activated some kind of automated patrol mode, which the limited shipboard AI has been locked in for the past 7.8 million years. And these computers last way longer than our computers. Although it would take an incredible amount of resources, some of our engineers believe that the Dreadnought can be restored and put back into service with our fleet. It certainly would make for a powerful flagship. Okay. Dreadnoughts sound good.
Situation log revised.
We're just adding all kinds of ships to our situation. Okay. First things immediate. Survey system. And research project and system for the construction ship. How many days we got left on... I'm glad I can just double click that now. Alright, we got a year left before the mega shipyard is complete. This science ship is coming to investigate, I believe. I want to beat them to it. How many planets are in this system? A good number of planets. I don't think I have another science ship nearby. That sounded like we found out where a wormhole went. Where does the wormhole go? Right where I expected it to go. Cool. And you guys have an L gate nearby. Alright, go back to what you were doing. Gonna get little pockets of our society elsewhere on the map and build gateways to that effect. Did I ever send this ship to build a gateway? I did. 33%. We're having some trade issues over here. Because this vassalized group that popped up inside of our nation from pre-sapience has cut off our trade situation. Leave it be for now. Okay, so... how much trade damage am I taking? This doesn't say anything. Let's see if that's enough. Actually... let's not do the anchorage and let's just leave it on the upgrade for the moment. We'll come back to that. Alright, we got an up-down vote in the Senate. What are we voting on? Military Readiness Act. Diplomatic weight from fleet power increase. Since we are going way over our fleet capacity, we definitely want that. Unlike many games before, we are leaning heavily into fleet. I'm beginning to see the power in going over your capacity.
Incoming transmission.
Wait, those are... hold on, that's the trade union? Whoops. You want a migration treaty. That'll help us keep you on good terms and out of the situation of getting into trouble with being a pacifist. I may be uplifting dudes a little bit fast. I didn't realize that increasing the workload of the one job would basically double. Okay. They agreed to a migration treaty. Cool. That didn't actually lower our influence each month by more less than 5, so we're good on that front. Alright. We are preparing to open the L gate very shortly. That actually will probably happen in this recording. We're about to finish the Mega Shipyard, which is going to make producing an entire new fleet really easy.
Incoming transmission.
Who are you? Decline. You're already within our nation. We'll go back to having migration treaties later. Mega Shipyard now fully online. It can produce starships in an unprecedented volume. Excellent, excellent, excellent. It is sitting at a gateway, which is the whole way about doing reinforcements. So, okay. This ship group was reinforcing. So, if I manage to cancel all of those, and then hit reinforced fleet again, doesn't say where they're queued up at.
A system has been surveyed.
Is that this system over here? It is. Cool. As soon as you're done there, immediately... oh, no. Okay. Immediately claim that system. Looks like we got a... man, that... Dreadnought's taking some time. Where's the science vessel? Research anomalies in system. Figure that out while we're doing this. Hope you guys are having a good night on this Friday. Maxed out on food. I could propose to become Galactic Custodian, but let's wait and make sure we've claimed this territory before that happens. Ooh. A 20 continental world. Nice. Below's row? Koval 6 is not only an ice giant, but an ice giant made up of very unusual ices. There are pockets of Zro, trapped within reach of the upper levels of the planet's atmosphere. Oh man, I'm gonna get some Zro. Hey Molly, what's up? How are you doing? I still tear up a little bit thinking about Metroid 5. That's still happening. Hopefully you didn't get too many ads on the way in. Have you ever heard of the Geek Critique, by any chance, Molly? Oh, that's right, subscription! What am I saying? Thank you so much for that again. You know what? For anybody who missed it, I think I have a button for that. I do! There you go! That was Molly, I believe yesterday? I'm losing track of time.
Research actualized.
I started the first 15 minutes of this stream forgetting to put my microphone directly in front of my face, so yay for that. Please finish this dreadnought before somebody sends a construction ship. I have a giant in the playground! It's dangerous! Gee, do I want to add 5 years to my leader lifespan? I don't know about that. It would literally be mocking the clock. Let's see here. Oh. Oh, that science ship isn't needed anymore. I don't know what to do with that science ship then. I don't think there's anything else to science in here. Yeah, well, turn around and go back. Oh man, I gotta get new jump gates. We are affecting everyone's ethics, so that's nice. More pacifism. Oh wait, was that? Oh shoot, we're maxed on consumer goods. Let's see here. Okay, let's see here. Let's sell a little bit of consumer goods. Love the music. Whoops. We're about to have access to Zro. Oh, let me ask you, Molly. What do you think about... I don't know if I asked you this. What do you think about Samus's new suit? I didn't realize some people thought that the blue was, like, straps. It looks more to me like it's, organic. You know, like the power suit goes over the fusion suit. By the way, anybody who's watching, you may hear spoilers about, Metroid, but every game in that entire series, except for the remake of 2, is way more than 3 years old, so you've been spoiler warned about Metroid. Twitch viewer thing says I've got one viewer, so I don't know if that means that Molly stepped in and stepped out, but that's usually not what happens when I mention it. Do I have this dreadnought yet?
Special project actualized.
Dreadnought repaired. I was just asking about it. This is a momentous day. Our skilled repair crew and engineers have finished their work on an ancient dreadnought we disabled in the Koval system. Massive Warship received its full crew complement and has been declared ready for service after conducting space trials. A powerful addition to our fleet. Wait. Hold on. Hold on, wait. Okay, I thought, for a second there, I thought Dreadnought was the... I think the suit looks pretty cool. It looks like some of Metroid Prime upgrades. Yeah, but Metroid Prime upgrades don't count, Molly. Metroid Prime happens between Metroids 1 and 2. It's one of the things I don't like canonically about the Metroid Prime series. Metroid Prime Trilogy happens before the events of Metroid 2, I'm pretty sure. Like, all of it. So, I mean... It's upsetting. Metroid Prime is somewhat upsetting. Alright. We have the beginnings of a gateway over here. I would have to double-check the official Metroid timeline, but... I'm just saying that it looks similar to some of the upgrades in Prime. It kind of looks like the light suit in Prime 2, and it looks a little bit like... What was that super armored medic suit thing that I think was in Corruption? It does kind of look like that. Of the non-standard Samus suits, I like what's it called? Not the Phazon suit. It's called the HED or something like that. It's like abbreviated. I like that suit from Corruption. I like the fusion suit a whole lot. But to me what it looks like is it looks like...
Complete.
And again, spoilers for Metroid. But when you absorb the X-Parasite at the end of Fusion, at the end of Metroid 4, and it basically gets sucked into the fusion suit, and then it kind of turns the regular suit color... PED suit, that's what I was thinking. PED suit. I like that suit. But like... To me, what the suit looks like in 5 that we've seen is if you took the fusion suit and welded the parts of the remaining power suit that Samus has that the SAX has at the end of 4 and fused it into the fusion suit and made it like a bioorganic but also metallic, because I believe some of the video we've seen of 5 shows that Samus both picks up items and absorbs powers. And she only absorbed powers in 4 because it was a biological suit. And the whole Metroid thing and the X thing, so it's super cool on that front. So if we take those into account, it's possible that what we're looking at, the white suit with the blue highlights, is actually the ungravity suit, unvaria suit variant of the fusion power suit. That's what I like to think it is right now. Since they seem to be talking a lot about like story and plot, which I'm absolutely here for. To me, that man, I hope there is a lot of story too, because I really liked the story of 4. It's part of the reason I like 4 so much. But that seems to be the indication of how 4 ends. I think Gravity Suit has been my favorite appearance-wise. Did you see Metroid Samus Returns, the remake of Metroid 2? Because I like that version of the Gravity Suit the most, because I feel like the glowy highlights of that suit are really nice. Why do I have an extra ship over here? It's not doing anything. Oh, it's the Dreadnought. And another thing I liked about Samus Returns, which is important because it's made seemingly on the same engine up to HD by the same company Mercury Steam Metroid 5 is, who made Metroid 2's remake. One of the things I like the most, that is the most like low-key thing, is because of the way the animations are designed in Samus Returns, Samus seems to be a woman in a power suit. Like, the way she walks into a safe place, like, there's just something about that swagger that I'm like, oh, I can tell now. I can tell there's a woman in this suit. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know if I'm just imagining that. Alright, everybody who's anybody, I need you to go over here. We're going to be grabbing more land area. Okay. So let's make a new fleet. Create new fleet. We're going to create a Titan, and we're going to create a bunch of battleships. And I don't remember how to change its home base. I guess you have to have one? Okay. Then this should all be... Why was that only 3 things? I only have the alloys for the one thing. Interesting. Molly says they do give her more personality as the games develop. You could tell she was female in 2002 games because she grunted sometimes, but she still looked really stiff. Well, okay, the nice things about the Prime games is that you're always reminded that you're playing as a woman, because you can see her face when like blasts and stuff flash up in your visor, and that's really cool. It's one of the things I really like about corruption, because you can see the corruption going through her face the whole game, in addition to being all over your outfit and stuff like that. Like, nice touches, definitely appreciate. Like, I am super big into first person games doing everything they can to make you feel like you're this character in first person. It's one of the things I like about some, but not all, of the Crysis games. And what was the game I just saw? It might have been Far Cry 6. Your character actively reaches out and picks up ammunition when you get near it. I like that kind of stuff. Or all the terrible things they do to Ethan Winter's hands in Resident Evil 7 and 8. That kind of stuff, whatever you can get about the character in first person, I like that they do it in first person. When the Call of Duty games do most of their plot from the perspective of one character, I like that. When they start taking it out into third person and like watching camera angles and doing movie stuff, I'm like, no, I'm out of it. I'm not this character anymore. Like, I like that. But for Samus, like, Samus hasn't had to, as weird as it sounds, she hasn't had to be a woman. Like, Commander Shepard works whether Commander Shepard is a man or a woman. And the same can be said of Samus, but it's something about the effort put into the face in the Prime games and the way she moves in Samus Returns and a little bit in Metroid 5, what I've seen so far, that speaks to me and says, no, you can kind of tell by way of the biology, if you will, the animation, it seems like it's a woman. And I like that. Let's go for attack speed. Alright, this, I think, is the last time we're doing a regular upgrade. We're gonna prepare ourselves to do the L gate next. Let's see how this fleet manager is going. The Troubled Armada. Where is the home base option?
Upscaling complete.
Where do I set home base? Control, initiate, jump, move, return. Oh, home base. I think I want Fran something? Okay. Oh my god, why are these in alphabetical order? This one. Assigned to base. I have a lot of admirals.
Research actualized.
Ship weapon range. Ooh, hull regen. Ship weapon range. I forget, Molly, was it you or Alex who voted Metroid Prime Trilogy for me to play on stream? We will see come next month, and next month fast approaches.
Upscaling complete.
As far as like what's going to end up on that big poll. Exclamation point vote in the chat for anybody who's watching if you want to vote in the current poll for what games I'll be playing right now to finish, and also for you to suggest up to 3 games, both that you want to see me play and how you want to see me play them. Yeah, I think it was Alex. Though somebody a few days later, after the Nintendo event, was also like, Metroid Prime! And I'm like, alright, so there's a decent chance that it's going to end up being Metroid Prime. I make no promises of the enjoyment, because I didn't get into the Prime games. I helped other people get through the Prime games, but they felt... like, I'm bad with my 3D space in video games a lot, and I felt like I couldn't tell as much where I was or where I was trying to get to when you add an entire other dimension in 3D than 2D Metroid. You voted for a Metroid game on the list, but... well, I don't... I told people last year that I was going to play through the 4 Metroid Prime games. Or, sorry, not the 4 Metroid... the 4 Metroid games as they exist. So the current one on the poll to finish is I have started Metroid Zero Mission. I don't know why I keep saying Prime. And I have just beaten Kraid in my playthrough. So there's, like, I don't know, 2/3 of a game left. I mean, obviously I've beaten the game before, but... well, that might not be obvious. But... but it is true. I have beaten the game before. I have never been this far over my fleet limit. The original plan was to play Zero Mission, AM2R, Super Metroid, which I think I've beaten, but I always question whether I've beaten or not because it's always I've started it many times. And then Fusion. And but it turns out I have discovered an emulator that plays Samus Returns perfectly and can play it in 4K. So I'm thinking about maybe doing that instead of AM2R. Because, and I don't want to tell anybody what happens at the end of the game, but there is a change they made to the end of Samus Returns that I don't really care for. And I actually have done everything in the game except for the very last thing. I have collected all of the items and everything except for the very last thing you have to do in the game. Just because there's a certain thing the game asks of you that is more difficult than everything else in the game right at the end, and that's not great design, but what am I doing here? Society research. I could go for more admin capacity, but... well, let's get the strategic control center. Well, it's... I need something that'll cycle this pretty fast. Is there anything... there's a 5,000. Let's unlock Chemical Bliss. That'll be great. I'm not even going to change person. Okay. Let's see if, let's see if we can take whatever this is. Oh, we can. We can totally take whatever that is. Oh, hold on. I'm going to need a science ship backup. Oh. There's a wham hole? There's a wham hole. Well, that'll let it get there faster. Super Metroid is... you know what? Super Metroid... and I'm gonna go ahead and go... I'm gonna make a... I'm gonna give you a hot take, Molly. Now that I've seen now that I've seen just a little bit of Metroid 5, and from the little bit of what I've seen of Dread, is that Mercury Steam is already fixed basically all of the complaints I have about Samus Returns, just from what I've seen so far. I no longer think that Super Metroid needs to be untouched. I think if 5 does really well, I won't be mad if this group of people get together and make a badass, like, Final Fantasy VII Remake style Metroid 3. Like, I believe in everything I've seen about Dread so far, that I wouldn't be mad at that. And I know a lot of people are like, no, you can't touch 7, it's amazing. And I'm like, I mean, not 7. You can't touch 7, it's amazing. But also, you can't touch Super, it's amazing. What is wrong with my brain right now? I'm misfiring really bad. Clearly, I need to sell more food. My thing about not wanting a Super remake was primarily that no matter how many times I was asked, I wanted a 5 first. I want a 5. I just realized I'm not making a lot of alloys. Well, let's buy some alloys. Whoops, what was that? That didn't go quite as planned. But now I'm getting a 5. 5 has a release date. That's crazy talk. Isn't one of these science ships supposed to be moving? Yes, there we go. Everything I was just saying. Because... And here's what I want. Here's what I really badly want. I want Nintendo to recognize all the ways we want to play games. I want to see... Okay, Power. I want to see modes that let you play Super Metroid in its remade state, like you can play it now in ROM hacks. Like, why can't Nintendo make an official... have you seen... what's it called?
Outlier identified.
There's a version... There's a ROM hack of Super Metroid which turns the entire game 90 degrees sideways. That's crazy. But it's really cool to watch. We're not even talking about Super Metroid Impossible, also there. But why can't Nintendo build randomizers into its own games? Randomizers are huge. Zelda randomizers, Metroid randomizers. Like... Ooh, what's this? Tracking implants? What the hell? Mandatory subdermal implants record movements and actions, greatly enhancing our empire's internal security. Loyal citizens have nothing to hide from the government. What the fuck? I have never seen this before. Authoritarian ethos attraction, plus 25%. Makes sense to me. It increases our encryption? So we're doing... The Dark Knight? We're hacking everybody's phones, which are actually people's people. It reduces crime. It reduces happiness. I'm grabbing that on principle. That seems entertaining. I don't know if I'm going to use that. Probably not, knowing me. I don't really think in an authoritarian mindset.
A system has been surveyed.
A system has been surveyed. Build a starbase. That poor science ship I keep telling to come and do things. Oh, wait, never mind. They both showed up and they both helped. Cool. Alright, let's take whichever one of these is not... We're just going to take a lot of void clouds and claim territory that are inside of our people's territories. That's a tomb world, 15. But yeah. I want 5, like... I don't believe it. I'm in disbelief. And it's 2021 and there's still a worldwide pandemic happening and things could go wrong, but like, I can't believe Metroid 5 is happening.
Combat detritus reprocessed.
But now
For a cleaner galaxy.
really, really want Mega Man X9. Like, if I can have Mega Man 11, hell, if I can have Mega Man 9, which was basically unthought of at the time that it happened.
Upscaling complete.
I thought you were doing the thing. Do the thing. Research the anomaly. What's the anomaly do? Points of interest within the debris field? Okay. Where did that one... Where did that one fleet end up? I'm actually losing money right now. Wait, hold on. Is that this fleet over here? Yeah, it is. Hold on. Don't do what I just said. Instead, do this.
Research actualized.
Currently losing money. Tracking implants. Alright. I'm glad I got those? Question mark? Well, we are, I guess, technically getting to the end of our leader lifespans. Cloud conduits plus... Whoa! Oh no, somebody turned on the L-gates. The trade union? Those are the guys I'm inside of. Where's your L-gate? It's not going to be red anymore. I go back and play the games chronologically in preparation for Dread. I mean, that's what I don't have time. Do you stream, Molly? I would definitely. Well, I want to get through Zero Mission. You do not. Okay. Which Metroid 2 would you play? Metroid 2? Or rather, Return of Samus, Samus Returns, or AM2R? Where's this L-gate? I know I saw it earlier. Okay, there's the L-gate. Wait, who the hell? I knew we had to get on top of this. Incoming transmission. Denizens of the galaxy, greetings from the Desanu Consonance. Eons ago, we oversaw the construction of the gateways and the L-gates that you have seen abandoned. Our intention was to build a galactic network of such devices, but alas, a horrible mistake rendered the L-gates unusable, stranding us in our home cluster. But this age of isolation has finally come to an end, thanks to the clever scientists of the Mirian Trade Union. Now that the L-gates are active again, we invite everyone to make use of them to shorten galactic travel times. Our star cluster is open to everyone, except Saldar system. Don't go there. View screen off? Wait, so I got another... Just... Hold on, unpause. Silent Shout. We've discovered the fossilized remains of a gargantuan gastropod... Oh, I'm sorry, this is related to the other thing I was doing a second ago, and not the L-gates that I'm looking at. This is over here. The fossilized remains of a gargantuan gastropod, matching no previously encountered life form trapped within a huge block of ice circling UT-9843, but luckily not SR-388. Anyway, its eyes glared fiercely ahead, tentacles reared, and muzzles twisted into gruesome grimace, as if locked in a silent shout. The creature displays no apparent signs of sapience. Despite its... I'm sorry, am I looking at the wrong one? No, that's right. Despite its visage, Our scientists believe that if domesticated, the creature could make a valuable asset. They recommend extracting some of its DNA for cloning. What? Clone it?
Situation log revised.
Clone it? Never really got into AM2R. I read the story and stuff, but I didn't really play it. I think if I could have, no pun intended, gotten a fusion of Samus Returns and AM2R, that would have been the most awesome game. AM2R is rock solid. Made by what, like a small team or just one guy? I forget for how long. And I haven't personally played it, but I have watched somebody else play it, Let's Play style. And it was awesome. Obvious limitations by a small team as far as some of the graphics and stuff like that, but the way they reinvented the areas of Metroid Prime 2, I actually feel like the atmosphere of AM2R is better than the atmosphere of Samus Returns, because Samus Returns does the one thing I definitely didn't want them to do in a Metroid 2 remake, which is they made Metroid 2 more like the other Metroid games. Whereas AM2R is a Metroid game that is more like Metroid 2. I don't know if that makes sense, but the basic idea being the locational, like, setups for how doors work and stuff like that they even exist in Metroid 1, 3, and 4. They did that. They did that to 2 in Samus Returns. And, you know, you've played it. Like, they turned the way you move about the areas to more like 1, 3, and 4, when 2 was, like, kind of the oddball. I mean, besides 4 with its story and more linearness, 2 was, like, different. The cave system that you travel through, and you do, you know, and you duck and weave, and you go into all these other locations. And I'm not going to say that, like, there aren't doors and stuff either in that game or in AM2R, but AM2R feels atmospherically more like Metroid 2 than Samus Returns does, in my opinion. In my opinion. Hey, buddy. Dreadnought didn't get there in time. So, finish what you're doing here. Then move here. And then I guess... I don't think there's any other place like that on the map right now. So I guess go back to here. Okay, so we need to go through the L gate. Can't survey system within somebody else's borders. Tell us about yourselves. Why are there signs of battle in the cluster? The cluster I can't currently see? Oh, you're referring to the shattered planets? They're the result of several regrettable mining accidents that occurred long ago. When we found ourselves stranded within our cluster, we had to make do with whatever minerals were available in the systems we could reach. Unfortunately, during the darkest centuries of isolation, some of our people were a bit too eager in their attempts to secure resources. Mistakes were made. Ships are of a peculiar design. They were reduced by countless millennia of design iterations. We had a lot of time on our hands. After all, sadly, no Desanu observers are not permitted on board our ships. They were specifically designed with the unique Desanu physiology in mind, and any visitors were disrupted. Why is the Star system off limit? For reasons of national security. System will remain restricted and off limits. So, okay. I don't need to mess with them this time. Well, obviously I'm gonna try and take this system next, but oops, hold on. Alright, so... For anybody who is watching later on YouTube, the L gates apparently weren't that big of a deal.
Research actualized.
We have... It is the year 2439, and in 2458 December, roughly 20 years from now, we will get the achievement for 200 years of peace. And then I have plans, let's just say. Let's get more shields. So, as I was kind of saying at that moment, before I got so clicky and started to change what I was doing. I did that wrong. Okay. While I am distracted. Ahem. Anybody watching later on YouTube, I thank you for watching. This has been Stellaris, presented by Improvision Entertainment. I have been Hunter Mutton. Ahem. Guess I gotta take a drink of water. And I will see you in the future, at which point, well, it might be time for the achievement to pop. We have 20 years left for someone to ruin it for us, and we're going to do our best to keep on good terms with these races that are right over here. The only other objective we currently have is to get all the smaller races that their civilizations are not in federations to join us, as has most of the galaxy at this point. This has been a really weird run. I'm not going to lie, totally weird. Molly says don't show... Oh, I'm sure I will. Alright, so... Later.